Am I talking? Oh, my bad. I've been muted this entire time. Some of y'all been jumping in, ain't said nothing. All right. Well, we're going to just start again. All right. That's embarrassing. All right. Let's see. What's up? What's up, y'all? Welcome back again. As you are coming in, do me the favor of hitting that like button, hitting that share, and letting folks know we're in here. Do me a favor as you're coming in, hit that like. Let me know what you're rocking, what's your sin of the day, and where you checking in from. I'm here in Phoenix, so definitely good to see anybody and everybody popping through and popping in. But like I was saying, my scent of the day is Cosmic Pepper. That's what we're rocking today. Nice citrus smell. This is nice. I'm gonna have to spend a little more time with it, checking it out, seeing what it is. Not too been in the collection just a little bit. Have to spend a little more time with it just to really get a good feel for it. But off the bat, I like it. I'm good with it. All right. Some things that y'all will see reviews coming on, just so you can be mindful. The 9 p.m. Rebel, got that. Gonna do a review of that. Initially, just from In the Air, I'm gonna tell you I like it more than I like Lattafa's Clyde Al Farsan. So definitely be looking out for that review. And we're gonna have a review. This one came in today. This came in just a couple minutes ago, really. Game of Spades Wild Card. We're gonna have a review coming to this soon. And in fact, I think I've got a Decant of Lafayette, bot number 9. So we'll definitely be able to do a nice comparison, see how this does up against it. Trying to think what else I know I've got in the chamber for reviews coming. Probably have to do one. I haven't gotten one yet, but we'll get a review coming of Gold Prestigium by Mancera, and I'll look through and see what else I need to do some reviews of. But as you're coming in, listen, again, do me a favor. First of all, good to see you. Hope your day's been amazing. Hope you're having an amazing day. We're halfway through the week, getting close to that weekend. But hit that like. Drop your scent of the day. Let me know where you're checking in from. All right. Good to see y'all. All right. Let's, like I said, got a bag of decants. We're just going to kind of pull them out, see what we're working with, what we've got going. First one up, let me pull up, get my tester strip, and see what we got here. I've got Initio Paragon. So we're going to talk about this one. Let's see what this is. This is way it kind of interests me or intrigued me is I hear a lot about Lattafa's, what is that, vintage radio. And so it is supposed to be a clone cousin cover remix of Paragon. So let's see what Paragon is working with. Got a little 2 ml, nice spritz. Nice. It's a fruity one, but not a fruity one like what is that? Like Amber Oud Gold. It's not that fruity where it's like a very sweet fruity. It's just a nice laid back fruit. I think you got lavender. Pick up a little plum in this. Yeah, this. What's going on, Cowboy? Good to see you. Amarillo, Texas. How's the weather there, man? I know y'all weather is probably a little similar to ours. I'm here in Phoenix, and I think we just turned the heat on today, or it just popped on. Good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping through. Yeah, we got, so this Paragon Initio. Now I'm digging Initio. Initio might be a house that I spend a little more time with next year. Just so y'all know, next year we're gonna kind of skip through designer. We're gonna spend a lot of time focusing really on them. We're gonna stick with the Lattafas, the fragrance worlds, the budget, the Middle Eastern fragrances, what have you. But I'm gonna split some time with the niche fragrances. And is Paragon? That could work. I might have to. I got a sample. I'm not gonna put anything on skin today, just because I know I've got that Cosmic Pepper on. But yeah, this Initio Paragon, it's hard to see. That Paragon, not bad. Not bad. I pick up the lavender, pick up the plum in it. That could definitely be a nice one to make the cut. And it's, you know, it's interesting. I'll have to check out the Vintage Radio by Lattafa, see how it holds up to it. I hear that it's pretty on point. If that's a nice, you know, alternative, I might go with that. But that Paragon's nice. Paragon is nice. Let's see what else we got in here. Again, I'm just going through some decants. But listen, y'all go ahead and appreciate you stopping through. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you got experience with any of these, feel free to jump in and let me know. All right. All right. So this is one I was kind of excited about just because it's from House of Mancera. Again, another one from Mancera. Again, Mancera is right now my primary niche house. When I've been putting my hands on, what I've been able to get in, especially because they're budget friendly as far as jumping into the niche realm. Pretty good. All right, but this one is Fig Ecstasy. Fig Ecstasy. What's good? Welcome in. I see a few more of y'all popping in. Appreciate you stopping through. Do me a favor, hit that like and drop your scent of the day and where you coming in from. We're just going through some decants tonight. We're going to talk about fragrance. Fig Ecstasy is nice. Definitely get the fig. I mean, that's in the name, so you're going to get the fig. I get some cedar in this, which is good. This might be, it's not bad. I think this is more for me springtime. Nice freshy type thing. What is that? Where is it? I put it. Fig Ecstasy. This is nice. Pick up a little vanilla in there too. What's going on, Gage? Got that Starman Nebula by Fragrance World and Stetson Aftershave. Listen, you got a layering combination there, my brother. Fragrance World. Now, Fragrance World, I got a video that I put out yesterday, I think it is. Let me say this also. Listen, all of y'all that have subscribed, listen, I completely appreciate it. Y'all just, a bunch of y'all just came seemingly out of nowhere. But we hit over 1,000 in less than 6 months, which, you know, I'm gonna give y'all all the kudos for that. I'm gonna give y'all the applause for that. Y'all just did phenomenal. Just come on board. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. This caught me so off guard that I probably what I'll have to do is either 1,500 or 2,000. We're gonna do a giveaway just because I want to give back to the community. Give back to you, those of y'all that have jumped on board to support your boy. All right, so Fig Ecstasy, definitely that is one that we could rock by Mancera. But yeah, as far as Starman, Fragrance World has been, I think Fragrance World might be kind of, they might be having a nice breakout year. And I say that because Fragrance World is also the parent company of French Avenue. They also have Minister of Oud. I think they have one more line that they do, and they've had some good stuff this year. Now y'all know I'm a Lattafa guy. You know, I like Lattafas. Lattafa is what kind of broke me into this. But Fragrance World's been putting out some stuff, so that Starman Nebula, might have to check that out, see what that's about. Now the Stetson Aftershave, I don't know if I'm gonna do that, bro. And as you can tell, I really don't shave. I just go once a week, have my barber trim up the beard. He throws on his little aftershave or his little alcohol on me, and that's it. I don't worry about anything else. But if you're rocking a beard, I'm gonna have to get the information for y'all. I got who is it? Respected Roots is the name of the company. They have some amazing beard conditioner. Has been really helping me keep my beard nice, under control, moisturized. I'll put that in there. They have some amazing scents with theirs too. I'm all about fragrances, not just colognes, but body oils, body butters, beard conditioners. I'll put that in there for y'all too. All right. So far, just to catch y'all up, as you're coming in, hitting that like, dropping scent of the day, telling where you're from. So far, we've done Initio's Paragon, which is definitely a nice one. Nice plum fragrance that I think will eventually make itself a nice one. And then Fig Ecstasy. We got the Bond number 9 Lafayette Street. Now, I've smelled this one time, but it was jumbled up just because I smelled a bunch of Bonds. It was early on in my fragrance journey when I was just putting those on anything and everything. I was just going to Dillard's, Saks, Neiman's, Nordstrom's, all of them, putting my nose on everything I could. But Bond number 9 Lafayette Street. Oh yeah. So this right here, Bond number 9, works. Definitely works. That vanilla and everything. So I got this in the mail, like I said earlier. Game of Spades, wild card, back up so the light can catch it. There you go. So there will be a review coming on this, and y'all know we will do a 30 versus 300 to see if this holds up against the Lafayette Street, which is what it's doing, a clone cover remix. I smelled this just really early on in tester spray. It's pretty close. Bond number 9 Lafayette Street. Very nice, very nice. Definitely bottle worthy, unless that wild card, unless it does it close enough. Definitely a nice bottle worthy one. All right, let's see what else we got here. Yeah, Lafayette Street. Listen, like I said, in my description, you should see a link for I think it's 10% off at Decant X. That's where I've got these decants from, these samples from. Check it out. Use that code if you want to, or if you've got another source, perfectly fine. But I'm all about giving back in any way I can to the community, and of course helping you sample, put your nose on stuff, just because it's a lot of stuff out here. Now I'm up there in age. I'm over 50. I'm 52. And fragrance has exploded from when I first, got into colognes many moons ago, before I jumped out and then jumped back in. I'm back in the day when it was Aspen. My dad was rocking, what did Dad rock? Dad rocked gray flannel. I'm not a fan of gray flannel. English leather. Some of y'all might know what that is. Some of y'all don't, but it's okay. But it's a lot of stuff to put your nose on, get you going. All right, well, so again, we're just going through, got a bag of them. We're just going through, pulling them out, seeing what we're working with. Now, this one right here is another one that I'm familiar with the DNA of it, just because I got the clone of it, which is Spectre Ghost. So this is Nishane's Ani. So let's see how, I was about to say how this compares to the sample, to the clone, but let's see how the clone compares to this. Yeah. This is more cohesive than the clone, if that makes sense. But this is, so if you're looking for something along the lines of Nishane Ani, and I couldn't tell you all 100% this, I could just tell you what folks were saying it was supposed to be cloning covering. But Spectre Ghost, I have that bottle up here. Back there somewhere. All right. But Spectre Ghost, yeah, is doing a pretty good job, pretty bang up job of cloning covering this one. The Shanae's Ani, I call it a lemon vanilla bomb. You're getting a lot of nice lemon vanilla in this. It works. It works. Let me know what y'all got going on as far as, did y'all take part of any of these Black Friday specials? Anything you picked up you excited about? Anything that was just like you found yourself, it was a deal you could not resist? I was able to pick with my Black Friday special, pick this up. Best price I've seen on it. Got it in today. It took a while. USPS was messing around with shipping stuff. But yeah, definitely excited about the Game of Spades wild card. All right, let's see what else we got in our bag. We're gonna shaky. See what else we come out with. Make sure I'm not missing anything. All right. Another Nichonnet. So I had a bunch of Nichonnet, well, just the two Nichonnets, but another Nichonnet. This one, move this over here just so it's out of my way. This one is Fan Your Flame. Get my tester strip. Listen, I see y'all coming in. Appreciate you stopping through. Do me the favor, drop your scent of the day and where you checking in from. I know we got Cowboys watching from Texas. All right, let's get the Fan Your Flames on it. Okay. There's a Fan Your Flames is nice. Nichonnet is another brand I may have to, or another house I might have to spend a little more time with. I get tobacco in this. And I think what hit me first was there was a kind of tropical is the best way. I don't know if it's more along the lines of maybe a coconut and rum. Because the vibe I get from this off the top is along the lines of not full on tropical, like, but kind of in that space, not necessarily on the beach, but in the village. This is kind of in the village in the Dominican Republic, in Barbados, someplace like that, where you still have that tropical feel, but this is more away from the ocean. Fan Your Flames. Might have checked that one out too. So far, I haven't gotten anything that I'm disappointed in or looking at crazy. I think the coconut and I think is it rum? Kind of caught me off guard, but this is not a bad one. Nichonnet Fan Your Flames. All right, we're just going through decants, but listen, y'all pop in the chat. Let me know your thoughts. If there's any releases that y'all are excited about. Roasted fruit, not really roasting fruit. No, I'm not gonna say roasted fruit, Gage. It's kind of like, so it is kind of like walking through a market and the scents within the market. So you're gonna have the different scents in the market that create the market that kind of create this medley. So it's not like roasted fruit, but it's kind of just a vibe of, this is the mental imagery I get. Sometimes I go with mental imagery, right? Mental image I get is, you walking through the market, white linen suit. You might have one of them Indiana Jones type hat on. And yeah, because there's this, it's not the incense, but there's a slight tobacco note, I think, that gives it that kind of, yeah. Oh, there you go. That's it, Gage. Yep. Open fruit market on a hot day. That's really kind of the vibe that this gives me. but it's not like overly fruity. It's a subdued fruit that just is there, is present. And then there's some earthiness that's in this too. So yeah, I don't want you to think not don't think don't think like super fruity. This isn't like Kaya de Farsan, which is like just a pineapple bomb. This isn't overpowering fruit. This is more subdued fruit that is background. It's forward, but it's background, if that makes sense. I know but it's there, but it's not like punching you in the nose. It's weaving its way. So it's kind of like it's the star without making you think it's the star. That's how we're gonna put it. But yeah. All right. We got some good ones. I haven't come across anything. Yes, right. Not really fruity, but something to balance. It's there is to balance it. It works. So far from Nishane, Ani, and was that Fan Your Flames? Pretty good ones. Let's dip into our bag, see what we got. All right, now this is one. Got Goldfield and Banks. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Bohemian Lime. It's not focusing. There we go. It's hard. Y'all can take my word for it. It's Bohemian Lime with it, which is Goldfield and Banks, which is another one I wanted to kind of get nose on. Ooh. Now this is a citrus slap. Yeah, this is a citrus slap. Yeah, I haven't heard I know the only ones I know from Jeremy Fragrance is like what was that, Office and Date. I haven't heard Bohemian Lime from him. This is Bohemian Lime from Goldfield and Banks. Yeah, this is a citrus slap. This is letting you know the citrus is all there. But there's some vetiver in this too, I think. Let me pull up, because I mean the lime I know is there, right? Bohemian Lime. Yeah, it's lime, bergamot, vetiver. Yep, I know I smell some vetiver in there. And then you got the cedar and what's that, sandalwood and coriander. This is a nice, fresh, definitely spring, definitely summer. This could be Office, but this is more out and about. Yeah, this right here. Bohemian Lime might be making it as my freshie for next year. It's not an evening, summer or spring. It is daytime. This is like, I'd wear this with wifey to brunch. I'd even wear this to church. Yeah. It's nice. It's not overpowering. For me, it's because with church, I have to be mindful. Just so sometimes I have to be mindful of. I'm sorry. You said you heard of Bohemian Lime from Jeremy Fragrance. You tried it, said you can see it being a brunch scent. Absolutely, yeah. This is daytime. I wouldn't listen. I'm gonna just say this. I'm not wasting some of these my good stuff on folks at work just because I work in a very open office environment. I don't want to overpower it just because it's not that kind of a culture, if you know what I'm saying. But it is. I want stuff that for work I want to smell great, but I don't need to be center of attention. But this is so nice and so fresh. It's yeah. I wouldn't waste it at work. This is out enjoying life. That's what this is. This is out and enjoying life. Yeah, this is cruising with the wife, rolling down the 10, sunroof open. That's what that one is. All right. Oh, let me get the tap back on, keep these. I got a few of these that will definitely work as far as wearing and wearability. All right, let's pull out. All right. So now this one, this is Caput Mundi from Tiziana Terenzi. Caput Mundi from Tiziana Terenzi. Now, I heard about this from Dedrick. I think I saw Dedrick do I think he was doing a decant swap with Ross. And he loved it. Ross was starting to love it. I was like, let me check it out, see. Okay. Very earthy, woody, and floral. Like, all right, because this one, off the rip, it's not off the rip. This isn't what's what I want to look for. This definitely isn't mass appealing. Let me just say this. Caput Mundi, definitely not mass appealing. There's rose here for sure. There's some iris there too. But there's an oud that's in here. We got to look this one up because my hope, this will be one I'll have to spend a little more time with just because I already know my wife. If you've got a significant other in your life, if you've got a lady friend, whatever, in your life, after a while, especially if in this fragrance enthusiast space, you kind of know what your significant other likes, what she won't like. You kind of know what she's gonna be like. You can wear that, just don't wear it around me. This on first sniff is one of those fragrances. Now, okay, as it's drying down though, I'm starting to get some of the appeal of this. I'm starting to get some of the appeal of this, but that first one, it's not hitting really to me. All right, let's see. So Fragrantica says, all right, it's got Cabrueva, which looks to be a wood, Bulgarian rose, iris, lily of the valley up top. Middle, you've got saffron, Indian oud, patchouli, sandalwood, and orris. And then base notes, you've got ambergris, agar wood or oud, Cambodian oud, cashmere wood, and cedar. So this is an oud bouquet. This, I'm gonna have to come back to this one. In fact, I'm gonna put this tester strips over here, give it a moment, see. Because I trust Dedrick's nose, I trust Ross's nose. That don't mean I treat it as gospel, because so far our noses align on a few things, but this one right here is taking some getting used to. Again, this is Caput Mundi by Tiziana Terenzi. 3 different ouds in it, rose, bunch of woods in it. I don't know. We'll have to come back to that one. That one might have to be. Let's check it out on skin and see what it dries down to. All right, let's move on. Let's see what else we got. All right, now this one. We got the vanilla oud, Virtus vanilla oud. Let's throw this on a strip. Nice vanilla. Nice. Definitely a nice vanilla in there. I get a oud. I hope it's not just a leftover from that Caput Mundi. There's an additional like fruit sweetness. So I've heard Walt, Fatboy Finesse talk about this. Listen, as you're coming in, do me a favor, just drop a like. Also, let me know what your scent of the day is and where you're dropping in from. Just trying to see where this fragrance community is spread out. You never know, I might pop up. We do traveling for ministry, so I might pop up in a city near you. Vanilla oud's nice. There's a sweetness here with the caramel, the vanilla. Vanilla oud is bottle ready. Yeah, that's bottle ready. That's going on the Christmas list. So wifey, if you're watching, vanilla oud, I'll let you smell it. But vanilla oud's gonna be bottle, and it's perfect for this time of year. Virtus vanilla oud. Gems, good to see you, my guy. Good to see you. I'm gonna shoot you guys shoot you all a DM on IG, so we can definitely chop it up sometime. Thanks, Gems, for stopping through, showing love. Listen, that's the unfortunate thing, is that everybody trying to go live and everybody doing these lives, but it's good. Gage vanilla oud. I can say this would be. I think it's a blind buy recommendation. I'm gonna say this: don't come in expecting Liquid Brune. Don't come in expecting Altair. Don't come in expecting Camera. It's not that type of a vanilla. It's a more subdued and refined vanilla. Yeah, Jim gives it a blind buy worthy as well. So you got 2 people saying it's blind buy worthy. Yeah, vanilla oud. It's like that. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah. I might see if I can find somebody that got a partial in one of these Facebook groups. Listen, if y'all not in these Facebook groups finding stuff, a lot of my collections come from so far from Facebook groups. Finding them for the low partials, finding them really good. So definitely, yeah, definitely, Gage. Check it out, man. Check it out. Appreciate it. All right, let's see what else we got. I got a few more in here. This one came from Fragrance Buy. So this is Diptyque L'Ombre Dance Lo. I don't know how to pronounce that. It's French. Diptyque L'Ombre. All right. Let's throw this out there. Okay. This is, so this is a green hot mess. I don't like coming off too much. This is like you just rolled a bunch of leaves and grass and rubbed it on you. This is just green. They sent this, I don't know if you knew, Fragby had some kind of deal, and they were sending a 2 ml of a niche fragrance with a purchase. So I got it. I don't know if they matched it up with my buying history or anything from them. Let me see what this is. Because this ain't it. Diptyque L'Ombre Danse Eau de Toilette. All right. Oh, that's part of the problem right there. So this is for women. So I don't know why they sent it to me, but okay. Notes on this: cassis, which is a big leaf, rose, black currant leaf, black currant, bergamot, ambergris, musk, and mandarin orange. So I'll let the wifey smell it, but I can tell you, this ain't for my wife. First of all, because it's not her scent profile. I know her scent profile. This ain't it. But secondly, because I don't know that I would want to cuddle up with her wearing this. Nah. So this is going to go off somewhere. I might include this just in a trade or something. This ain't going to work. This is Diptyque L'Ombre Danse Lo EDT. You see the name on it. That way you know what to look out for. You see that? That ain't it. It's just green. Like, it's green on green on green. That ain't working. Let's throw that over here in this little pouch. Not mix it in with my other good stuff that I've got. So far, out of this Decant haul, there's some pretty nice, interesting stuff. Ani's good. Lafayette Street is just a nice beast one. I love that. I'm definitely feeling that. And I'm gonna check that out against my wild card, because that might be a nice little thing there. Ingenious Ginger or Bohemian Lime is a nice one. Have I gotten to Ingenious Ginger yet? I haven't gotten Ingenious Ginger yet. I know that's in there. So we'll check that out. But Bohemian Lime, nice. Paragon, nice. Fan Your Flames, nice. All right, let's see. I got a few more in here. Let's go through. Let's pull out what we got here. All right, so this is another one, or not another one, but this is one from BDK. And this is Tobacco Rose. Tobacco Rose. Let's get this here. See what we got. 2 spritz. So I get I see you, Gage. Yeah, Paragon or Paragon. So Vintage Radio has been on my list. I just if I see it on one of them Facebook groups, I'm like always like 5 seconds late to the party. Or when I'm looking to purchase, either it's out of stock or there's something else that kind of, I kind of sometimes get like squirrel. I get distracted, but I know Vintage Radio is definitely a good one for it, is what I keep hearing. So I definitely wanted, that's why I wanted to put my nose on Paragon to see if I really was missing something with Vintage Radio. And we're going to check out Vintage Radio. In fact, I've got a trip coming up to San Antonio. If you ever, listen, whenever I go out and travel, I always look for different shops in San Antonio. If you are in San Antonio, know somebody in San Antonio, or ever rolled through San Antonio, there is this place. This is how much it's called. Smell This Perfumes. It's in like a flea market. This guy here has some of everything as far as Middle Eastern fragrances and designer. He's got breeds. He's got niche. He's got some everything in a flea market. So next time I go, I'm supposed to go to San Antonio, January. I think we're going. And so I'm already like, I got to take the big suitcase because I can't take just my carry-on because I'm planning to come back. Prices are pretty good. Especially, because the way I'm considering with pricing, especially, and this is just kind of my thought process, I try not to buy retail as much as possible, right? But if I'm going to buy in store, if it's about the same plus the shipping, I'll pay for the convenience. Like there's a Middle Eastern store not too far from where I live that they have a limited selection of the Middle Eastern fragrances. I pay just maybe a hair more than what I would pay for the bottle with shipping. So I can do that, support a local business, build a relationship there, and he can then start to, get some of the things that I really want out of there. But back to this tobacco rose, and I've been putting on, definitely get tobacco on it. That's in the name. You get the rose on it. But I get a little chocolate plum in here. Yeah. Definitely unisex. Definitely. It could just a little feminine, but not majorly. Like this isn't a only confident men will wear this fragrance. This is a anybody could wear this, I think. But it just does lean ever so slightly, in my opinion, feminine. But it's a good one. Definitely more evening type. More fall. Yeah, this is like, this isn't for me in my scent profile. This wouldn't be an intentional date night type of fragrance. This would be a hanging out date night type fragrance. This would be we going out, grabbing a bite to eat, movie, not so much dressed up, Fleming's, Ruth Chris. This is, we going to the Mexican spot, have some things. And then we might hit a movie, or we might just kind of walk down here in Phoenix. You might walk, do a First Fridays or something like that. Not bad. Tobacco Rose by BDK. Now, for me so far, of what I've smelled from BDK, the absolute winner of what I've smelled from BDK so far is, what is that? I can see it. I know y'all know what it is. Gris Chanel. That's it. Gris Chanel love that. Now I've got the Liam Gray by Lattafa. Does a very good approximation to it. Yeah, Gris Chanel. There you go. Yep. Does a very nice approximation to it. This could work out of BDK. This wouldn't be, for me, this wouldn't be a rush out and buy. So this wouldn't be a just run and go get. This would be something that eventually, if I get a good price on it, and it's kind of what fitting kind of what I'm looking for as far as the scent profile, this might be something I pick up. Decent fragrance, not a must have for me. At least not me. All right. Vanilla Oud, that's a must have. I think y'all saw, if you've seen my video, Black Gold, Mancera, that was must have. Got the bottle. All right. Here we go. Goldfield and Banks. This one is Ingenious Ginger. Let me get my tester strip. All right. Genius Ginger. This is another nice, fresh one. Yeah. You see you gauge. Black Gold, listen. Black Gold. Black Gold is up there. First of all, Mancera is my line. I'm really kind of loving digging through Manceras, but Black Gold kind of surprised me. I'll tell you about that in a moment. Nick, I see you. I haven't. It may have been a while since I've smelled Lagerfeld Gray. I may have to check that out. But right now, for me, if I'm honest, that Liam Gray satisfies my Gris Charnel itch. It satisfies it. It does. It's fresh enough. My wife likes it. Y'all know that right there gets it cool points anyway. This ginger's nice. Yeah, but man, Gage, as far as Black Gold, so when I first started really starting digging into my fragrance journey, we were going on a cruise, and I was like, I don't want to take bottles. I wanted to check out Mancera, because I already had, at that point, I had Citron Bois. And I was like, let me see what else from the House of Mancera, because they had that deal. I think you can get 5 for like $80. So I put it on Afterpay because I didn't want to pay it out front. Black Gold was one of them. I got Black Gold, Red Tobacco, Oud Lemon Mint, Soleil d'Italie, and Tonka Cola were the 5 that I got. Tonka Cola, I know some of y'all love Tonka Cola. It just doesn't work for me. It doesn't. Its scent profile doesn't work for me. Red Tobacco works after it dries down. When you first smell Red Tobacco, it punches you in the nose and lets your nose start bleeding a little. But once it dries down, it really coats your nose nice. It smells good. Even my wife was like, And then later on that night when we had dinner, Red Tobacco she was feeling. But that Black Gold, from beginning to end, Black Gold has been just a great fragrance. Again, leathery, little, not fruity, but yeah. Black Gold is up there. I mean, right now for me, I've got 4 bottles of Mancera. Cedroc Bois is probably perpetually going to be my number 1. Black Gold is number 2. And right now, the other ones I've got, Gold Prestigium, which I'm just starting to spend some time with, and Cosmic Pepper, which I really am definitely starting to spend some time with. This one just recently. Checking them out, seeing which one. Again, both great fragrances. Right now, Cosmic Pepper is kind of edging out Gold Prestigium, but gold prestigium is good. Yeah. In fact, let's get to it because I know I've got in here. I'm gonna cheat a little and pull out the one I know is there. That's not it. Just set these up here. There we go. We got black prestigium. Let me get my things set up here. Listen, bunch of y'all coming in. Appreciate you stopping through. Again, I think this is my second live that I've done. So definitely appreciate each and every one of y'all popping through. But as you're coming in, do me the favor, hit that like, as well as drop your sin of the day. Let me know where you're checking in from. All right. So yeah, we've got, that's not it. There we go. Black prestigium. So got it. Wanted to check out the black prestigium just because I've heard, I think Tazo talk about black prestigium, and I want to say Ross, maybe Ross, maybe not Ross, but black prestigium. I was like, okay, it's a flanker. They got, Mancera has black prestigium, pink prestigium, and the gold prestigium. I've got the gold. Want to check out the black. The pink, I think, is definitely for women. Okay. This is heavier or denser and more earthy. There's a strong, for me, patchouli note that hits out of this. Backed by some leather. It's okay. It's not bad. It's not making me question some things like that Kaput Mundi that I tested or tested out a little earlier. So it's not doing that. But it's not wowing me. It is earthy. There's like not a lot of brightness in this. I mean, you get a brightness popping through here and there. So there's like, I don't know if it's a citrus or something, but yeah, this would be, if this were a bottle of mine, this would be on its way out the door. Just because for me, it doesn't do anything for me. Now, all of these, I'll be honest, all of these, I will give them a wear on skin to kind of see what they're working with, just because I know paper and sometimes what happens with it getting on skin, chemistry, all that fun stuff, changes it, brings things out that may not necessarily be there off of the paper. But my initial first impression, I'm not that sold on this. And that's Mancera's Black Prestigium. Not that sold on that one. All right. Mancera can't do everything, right? They got some great ones, but not that one. I'm gonna save this one for last just because this one is the most intriguing out of them. Let's go with now another house that I stumbled across, get my tester strips here, that I like, at least the one fragrance, is African leather. I know I did a review on African leather. Like it. Bottle worthy for me. So the concept, if I understand Memo Paris, their concept, the perfumers of Memo Paris, they try to recreate the sense of different foreign and exotic locations, right? So that's their niche, that's their thought process, their theme, if you will, of their fragrances. So I was like, let's check out and see if African leather was the standard and kind of kind of indicative of what they do, or is it the outlier? Is it the one that is the great one and then everything else is just meh? All right, but we got this one. This is Tiger's Nest. I'm not trying to be funny, but Tiger's Nest smell like what I think a tiger's nest might smell like. Incense out the wazoo. Okay, it took a moment. This is okay. It don't come off right at first. It does, yeah. Tiger's Nest, not really a fan favorite for me. Although it is starting, maybe my nose is getting used to it. Some of the subtle sweetness, if you will, is starting to come out. But initially, it's like incense just choking you out. This one might have to be worn a few times to really get an idea of it. Yeah. Yeah. Tiger's Nest by Memo Paris. It's a meh for me right now. We're going to check it out full wear, see what it was looking like. All right. Got 3 more. Another Mancera. Actually got 4 more because one came in today that we're going to check out, see what it's cloning covering. This one is Vetiver Sensual by my guys at Mancera. Ooh. So Vetiver is one of those scents that if it's done right, it's done well. And this one's done well. Vetiver Sensual is looking good. I don't know if y'all can hear my dog going crazy in the background back there. Citrus is up top, but that vetiver is still kind of wafting through it. There's a nice mint there too. Vetiver Sensual works. Yeah. Vetiver Sensual by Mancera. I can see this being a bottle to have and hold. I didn't sound like I was trying to get married to it. To have and to hold from this day forward. Yeah. Of what I've got so far, this would be just what I'm thinking. This would be competing for spot number 3 between this and Cosmic Pepper. Because Gold Prestigium right now is kind of number 4 on my list. So this would compete for number 3, which might push Gold Prestigium down just a little more. Gold Prestigium's good. It's just where my nose is right now, what I'm really feeling. And again, I got to spend more time with Cosmic Pepper and with Gold Prestigium. And then I definitely want to spend a little time with this Vetiver Sensual. But Vetiver Sensual seems like a nice one that could work. Spring, summer. Not for right now. Although where I live, that could change because tomorrow it might be up in the 70s again and 80s. And if it does, we're going to put it on and see what it's working with. All right. So for Vetiver, Immediately, the one that comes to mind that I like and is on my list is Terre de Hermes. Hermes, what is it? Vetiver Intense is definitely one that I'm feeling. Hey, Tony, good to see you, man. Peace and smellers. I like that. So off the top of mind, Gage, to answer your question, Vetiver Intense is probably the one that, for me, I'm definitely feeling it is for me is on my list. I can't think of another one right offhand. That's the one that immediately comes to mind. Do y'all do this? Because I've got my wife and I, we've got a shared drive. I've got all of my list, my ever-growing list of fragrances. That way, if she ever wants to be a blessing to her husband. Blaine, good to see you, man. No worries. No worries. Appreciate you stopping through, man. Selly. Salute, my brother. Selly, you might know this, have an idea. The question was a vetiver scent. For me, it was Hermes. Vetiver Intense is the one that immediately comes to mind. That's a good one. This Vetiver Essentiel by Mancera is another nice one that I like and is smelling good. What do I say? Yeah, I've got a list of a shared drive with my wife of all of my fragrances, and I keep adding to it. My wife isn't into fragrances as much, partly because she works completely from home. So her office kicked everybody out during COVID. They've not opened up their building, so she's completely remote. So for her, she's not throwing on perfume to go into the office. So she has just bottles that I've given her, and that she's got enough bottles to last her probably for the rest of her life, just because she only wears it when she goes out. But I've got a list, and after this, there's a few of these that are definitely going on the list, especially with Christmas coming up. Might see what we can pull out. All right. So we just going through some decants, chopping it up. Appreciate each and every one of y'all stopping through. Again, y'all helped me hit 1,000 in less than 6 months. I highly appreciate it. Appreciate y'all, y'all's attention, y'all's popping through, all of that stuff. Yeah, Sally, yeah, that Terre de Hermes Vetiver. That's another one that you can probably pick up. Not a bad price on it either. But that's another one that you can definitely check out and let me know what you think of it. You can probably go to Sephora. I think I've smelled that at Sephora or Ulta. But yeah, Tony says my wife neither, but she influenced me to start an IG page on posting fragrance you own and a brief bio on it. Stay tuned. All right, listen, I'll check you out. My Instagram, I probably so here's for me. I'm battling with YouTube. I can segment my stuff a lot easier, right? My wife and I, we have a relationship channel that is on hiatus right now, but we have a relationship channel. And then I am in ministry. In fact, you see that thing right up there. That is my ordination certificate. So I'm in ministry too. Right now, my Facebook is kind of just geared solely towards like ministry. My IG is geared solely towards that. So I am trying to, I'm pushing things where on IG and Facebook are probably going to be more of a melding of all the things that I do. But I'll definitely check you out, Tony. I say all that to say, I'll check you out on IG. You'll see me, Kevin. I'll pop through and check you out, give you some support and some love there. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate it. All right. So yeah, so we got another one. We got 2 more, actually 3 more that we're going to take a smell of. This one is Irish Leather by Memo. So they like them leathers. Memo Paris likes them leathers. Yeah, this is there's a nice thick leather note with this, but there's I want to say Tonka, marrying it, if you will. This, it works, but it's very, this has to be at the right occasion. You know, y'all know how friend really loves Memo. Still ain't got nose on them. Listen, Sally, for me, of what I've smelled so far from Memo, African leather is my king of Memo. African leather is full bottle worthy. In fact, I'm waiting for Aura Fragrance to come back in with with one of it for that price that they've got it at. African leather is the Memo fragrance for me. So far, I've done, what did I do? I did the Tiger's Nest, which I'm going to have to give it a little more patience and see what that's looking like. This Irish leather, I'm trying to think of when I would wear this. Because some of y'all know some of these fragrances, it's like you gotta have the right occasion. Like there's a bottle of Xerjoff Cosmoratti 1888, I think, that I've got, that the occasion for me, that feels more of a formal, fruity type of a fragrance. So for me, we've got one of our friends, their church is having a 10th anniversary formal event. So we're gonna pop out on that. I got a tux for that. I'll probably wear that fragrance because it fits that occasion for me. I'm trying to think of when I would wear this. I'm not sure when I would wear this. It's not a bad fragrance. I just don't know what situation this fits, right? It's not bad. It's just, it needs the right situation. This definitely wouldn't be workwear. This definitely wouldn't be, for me, this wouldn't be an evening out with the wife. And I'm gonna say this, and this is not, I'm not trying to come off like insulting it, but this is almost like a working outside construction type of smell. And as far as what occasion this might fit or gives me, and that sounds weird. I know that sounds crazy. That sounds like, what in the world is Kevin talking about? But that's the thought that popped into mind. Because there's a little funkiness with it. Not a turn off funkiness, but just, you know how sometimes there's this funk that's just like, it's a little sweet, but you know it's funky. That's what this is. This is what is this? Irish leather. All right. We'll check that on scan. I'll report back on that one. Where is it? This one right here. Where did I put it? Oh, here we go. It was looking me dead in my eye. All right. So now this one, this is the one that I wanted to definitely check out. This is Hindu Kush by Mancera. All right. And I did, let me see if I can find my note that I had on what the notes are, just because I had to get the notes. All right. Let me see where I find it. Open it up. All right. So notes on this, before I throw this on, notes on this, top notes is spices, labdamen, incense, and cannabis. All right. Heart notes, patchouli and woods. Base notes are amber, gaiac wood, vanilla pod, and white musk. Been curious about it? Hindu Kush? Yeah, man. Hindu Kush on potential buy list. So here's the thing. So the way my life is set up. All right. So I was planning on getting this. If you just popping in, I was telling the story of how kind of what got me started with my Manceras was I was going on a cruise. It was early in my fragrance journey. And I wanted to take some things to kind of test them out. So I got their travel spray set that they get like 5 for like $80 or something like that. The nice 10 milliliters. And I was going to get Hindu Kush. But then I was like, what if the cannabis in this is so strong that I get called out of line and some dogs start sniffing me, right? So I was like, okay, we're not going to get it. I was like, I want to test it out. But if that cannabis note is hitting hard, I don't want to be pulled off the boat and left in Mexico someplace because of my cologne, because of my fragrance. All right. But let's check out this Hindu Kush. Let's see what it's working with. Fellas, this, so you get a slight cannabis note, but this, it's green, but it's not like that other thing that I had earlier that was just like a green bomb. This is nice. Yeah, because you get the woodsiness in this. You get a little bit of the green of cannabis. You get a little bit of that. Not like the dank, not like smoke, not like Snoop and whatnot. You just get, there's a greenness here that works, but the vanilla and the musk work all together in this with some of those woods. This might be a nice one. And I don't think Dog's gonna pick you up on this. Yeah. Now I wonder if on skin it becomes a little more prominent. I don't know. I haven't really done that much. I'll definitely put this on skin. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm feeling this Hindu Kush. Okay, it's starting to come through a little more, but not overwhelming. Not overwhelming. Angel Share Paradise supposed to come out, raspberry, cognac, and woods. That sounds good. That might be, yeah, that might be something to check out. All right. Oh, celiacs. What else did I smell so far tonight? I'll tell you in just a moment. Let me get Blaine. More green. It's not green like you get a greenness, but it's blended well with the vanilla. It's hard to put there, but I was afraid that this was going to be like a green, like I was going to be, pulled over. But it's not that. The vanilla musk really helped to mask it and make it so that it's there, but it's hidden. Listen, if y'all in the game, this might be the way to smuggle stuff through. Because this works. This works, man. This works. Back to you, Sally. As far as what else I've put on, had on this evening, we had the Bohemian Lime by Goldfield Banks. We've had, you might know this one because I know Dedrick has talked about this. I saw Caput Mundi by Tiziana Terenzi. This is one that it takes a while to get there, but I'm gonna have to go back and see what it feels like on skin, because the initial opening for my nose, the way my nose is set up, it doesn't work that well for me. It's gotten better. This is the test strip that it was on. It's gotten a little better. Yeah. Did someone tell it's a weed smell like the average person? Nah. No, it's not. It's not there. It's there, but it's not extremely noticeable. You know how some stuff is like, it off the top, that's what it is. This, if I hadn't, let me even say this, if I just blind smelled this, I might not have picked up on it. but because I was looking for where it was in this scent, I picked up on it, right? On its own, if I just did a blind smell of it, you didn't tell me the name of it or anything, I probably would have missed that. I would probably just said it's a green note, but not said that it was cannabis, right? It's not that noticeable as a note the way it is. But because I was looking for it, I can pick out the peek throughs of it that it has, right? Yeah, it's a wait and see, because it starts off. I kind of get the beauty of it in some respects. There's some fragrances that it's like you get it, but it takes you a while to really get it. For me, I can kind of see where it might be, but I've got to test it on skin and give it a full wear. So for me, it's a not pressing, but it is a let's give it a little more. And part of that, if I'm honest, is due to the fact that I know Dedrick and Ross both like it, both put it on. And I'm not saying that everything they like I've got to like. We know that's the case. That's not the case, right? But I trust their nose, because their nose in a lot of respects has aligned with my nose. And hopefully that's what I'm being for some of you guys, is hopefully, Sally and Jims and all of us that do these content reviews, hopefully the benefit is that you find whose nose aligns with your nose, right? That's kind of how I got going with doing fragrances and even figuring out what I like. Was I had gotten a few things, knew what I liked, and then I watched somebody's review and they were pulling out the same things that I was like, yeah, I get that. And then when they recommended something, I was like, okay, I trust their nose so far because they're on the same page. So let me try this. And so I've got some folks that I watch and that I look at that I trust their nose. So Dedrick is one of those guys for me who I trust his nose. So I'm a give it a full benefit of the doubt. I'm not saying completely no, but right now I'm looking at it like, we'll see. Yeah, exactly. They're the reason it came on the radar. Some of the stuff, let's just be honest, some of the stuff that we're checking out is because other people put it on the radar, right? And that's the beauty of this, but it can also be the drawback, because sometimes it's just about, what is it that we're confident enough to put our thumbprint out there, or put our thing out there and say, listen, y'all ain't heard about this one, but I got to tell you about it, right? So listen, all of this is all subjective. Again, this is all what we are enjoying, what we love as far as enthusiasts on this type of stuff. So listen, I appreciate it. But yeah, Hindu Kush, I'm gonna say if you can check the decant for yourself, just because, but I'm feeling it. It might be a Montera in my collection soon. This could work for sure. Oh, sure. All right. And then the last one I had, this one came because I got a review coming soon of this guy. I just got it today. So we're going to definitely give it a wear or two. But of course, they included with it Game of Spades Win, which I forgot which one, but it is another Bond number 9 that they're doing a remix of, or thing of. Game of Spades Win works. I don't know which Bond number 9 it's cloning. If one of you know, put it in the chat. But yeah, Win's nice. Definitely excited about that wild card. Ooh, Cherry Mancera, might have to check that one out too. Yeah, Game of Spades. So I just got that one. I'm gonna check that one out. I want to get that sample set, the travel set. Go through a few of them that way. But getting back to that Mancera Cherry, That might be something we have to check out. Because I like a cherry done right. I'm gonna jump on the bandwagon. I like French Defense like most everybody in Fragcom right now. And I will say that, what is it? Dark Cherry and Amber. I will say this: Dark Cherry and Amber by Burlington. I pick it up in Burlington, but by Banana Republic is a poor man's, slightly watered down French Defense. So if you're looking for a French Defense type of fragrance, not ready to spend the money on French Defense, you can get that. You might want to layer it with some things, just because I think it works very well for layering. But cherry, cherry, cherry sounds good. If it's Mancera, I'm on it. All right. A couple other things that are coming as far as reviews. The 9 p.m. Rebel will be coming. Got to do that. Jay says, do you have Bond number 9 Lafayette Street to compare to Game of Spades? I absolutely do. In fact, in this hall, this Decant hall, I have Bond number 9 Lafayette Street. So we are definitely going to be able to compare them. I can tell you, just as a kind of a sneak peek, that just on initial, they're close. On initial, that Game of Spades wild card is close to Lafayette Street. But I'll do a full review. I'll have that coming out probably sometime later this week, early next week. But I do have a sample of it just so I can check it out, give it a full wear, see how they compare as far as longevity, all that fun stuff. Sully says, another poor man's French Defense is Montal Infinity. I might have to check that out, man. Yeah, French Defense is out the budget right now. Mind Games is, they're going to have to come down some. Mind Games going to have to come down some. I know they just started making it to some of the discounters. And you might, if you're in some of these Facebook groups, you might catch it on a close, just above $200 steal, if you will. But Mind Games going to have to come down some. You like French Defense, give Montel Infinity a try. Way cheaper in price. Honestly, the quality isn't bad. Okay. All right. Definitely. I'm going to see if I can pull that one out. BM Gray coming next week. Heard good things, but hoping for a prominent T-note, better longevity and projection than I'm hearing. Listen, for me, I do pretty well with it off of my skin. Now I do make sure I moisturize, all that fun stuff, body butters, body creams. The T-note is hitting. I like Liam Gray. It is, of my Latafas, it is my top, I want to say top 3, top 4. I can't remember how I put it in my last video. But yeah, Liam Gray is, for me, I think it's flown under the radar. When we're talking Latafas, you have my all-time favorite right now, Eternal Oud, that is just up there. And of course the hype train went on Assad and Kawa. Even now, the kingdom is the kingdom. I got a review coming on the Kingdom. If you haven't checked out the Kingdom, Blaine, I know you checked out Kingdom. Kingdom is a nice one. It's definitely a nice one. Definitely a beautiful scent. But Liam Gray, I think is not getting the buzz that it should, because I think it's a great scent. Wifey agrees. Listen, if my wife is like, oh yeah, she likes that, it's good. All right. Mind Games is so good, just so expensive. My scent of the day, Jadoub. Listen, Jadoub is the one. In fact, I think, who is it? Yaman Lail. I'm getting something from Yaman Lail with that's going to be their take on Jadoub. So I'm excited about that one, because Jadoub is, when we're talking Mind Games, so far of what I've smelled out of Mind Games, French Defense, Jadoub, Queening a little bit, and then there's another one. I forgot the name of it, but there's another one that is kind of on that list. Blockade is Gambit. That's it. Gambit. There you go. Gambit. Yes. Gambit's the other one from Mind Games. Blockade for me, that it's I'm a little worn out on Creed Aventus DNA that is going straight after that DNA. And for me, for the price for Blockade from Mind Games is a definite no for me. It's a great scent. I've got Midnight Hour, which is made by the same guy who did Blockade, but did it for Banana Republic. I might be I might be in the minority just because for me, Midnight Hour isn't that great. For me, my mango smells sour. I might have a bad bottle. It's possible. I don't know. Double Attack is another one. I think that's the other one I was thinking about. Might be a good one too. Yep, Double Attack is good. Lane says yes. Kingdom is good. Or Nausea Intense the other day, really close to JPG Paradise Garden. That's another one that's on my list. I saw somebody in one of the Facebook groups that had Nausea, but I realized it was the basic one. It wasn't the intense one. So I was like, no thanks, but no thanks. Jay says he bought the Yaman Leo Basic Instinct. It is inspired by French Defense. Basic Instinct isn't bad, but it has a lighter cherry and smells like lotion on me. All right, good to know. I know who is it. I think Walt checked it out and was pretty pleased with it. I'd have to go back and watch his review on it. Zelly, yeah, man, I'm kind of over that DNA. Keep saying that and then come across some in that vein that's amazing and end up buying it. It's part of why I haven't pulled the trigger on that Supremacy Collector's Edition. It's part of why I haven't done it. Just because I'm like, I got what I got back there. So I know I've got Mont Blanc Explorer, which is Baby Creed. I've got Supremacy Silver. I have Club de Nuit Intense. I have the Mercedes-Benz Select. That was a mistake purchase. I told my wife the wrong thing and she got it for me. Mercedes-Benz Select, which is another Creed Aventus DNA. I'm just kind of over the Creed Aventus DNA right now. It's not a bad fragrance. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's overrated. I'm not saying it's overhyped. I think it gets all the love that it deserves, and I think it deserves a lot of love. No question about it. I'm ready for some other stuff. I'm interested in these other things, which is why, if you're on this channel, listen, you just be prepared. Next year, 2025, you're gonna see a lot more niche while still sticking with my clone cover remixes. You're gonna still see me with my Latifahs and my fragrance worlds and all of that stuff. But I'm probably gonna be bypassing a lot of designer, just because to me, designer, it's gotten repetitive. It's gotten everything is tied to everything, right? There's nothing, in my opinion, that has just come out and changed the game. Now, I'm not saying that there's not great fragrances out there in the designer space, but for me, I'm more intrigued by what's happening in niche world. And if I want to check out what's happening in designer world, I don't want to pay designer prices. I'll check out the budget ones. Just recently bought Electimus Imperium. That's on the list. But people say it smells like Adventus and Ani. Only reason I feel you feel it doesn't give love, but it's simply one of the best citrus vanillas. All right, I got you. Got you. I'll come across, okay. Tired of the Aventus and Tiger DNAs. They're good, but it wasn't different at this point. Yeah. Listen, it's kind of like, you know how music goes through this period where everything starts to sound the same, and then somebody comes with something that just sounds completely from left field. I'm ready for those folks. I'm ready for while everybody is putting out, the cookie cutter albums, I'm ready for the person that just comes with the Black Album by Prince. I'm ready for somebody to come with I'm a Prince fan, so anything by Prince to me just breaks the mold. I'm ready for somebody to come with some other stuff, and so that's why I'm looking more towards the niche world than I am to the designer world, right? And I think designers everything's starting to smell the same. And maybe that's just my jaded opinion, but a lot of stuff, like Rouse Club smells like some YSL stuff sometimes, right? Yeah, lean into niche. I mean, there is so much artistry, right? And I'm gonna tell you all this right now. I told my wife, 2025, I want to be at Sin Explore. They just had it in New York. A lot of niche performers, perfumers there. Who is it? Michael from Day 3. I know they took home some stuff. I did a review of Aylin, which is their newest fragrance and their discovery set. I like that kind of stuff, man. I like some supporting the underdogs for one thing, and then two, the folks that are doing this for the love of it, and they're not just putting out, the cookie cutter mass stuff. So I'm planning on being at Sin Explore. It might be good if some of y'all can make it there too next year. Let's meet up. All right. I think that's it, y'all, for tonight. Listen, I appreciate y'all stepping through and stomping through. Sally says, I love niche. Like to see some clones, but some just fall short to me. There are some that might blow me away. It's a gamble. Yeah. So, and here's the thing with the clones, it is a gamble, but it's a calculated risk, right? It's a calculated risk, right? I'd rather have a calculated risk on a clone than a $150, $200 gamble, right? Now, the benefit again with designers that they're easier to get to. You can smell, you can put your nose on them and everything. But for the clones, so here's what I did. There's a Middle Eastern, or really an Islamic store in my city. So in Phoenix, we've got a Middle Eastern store, Islamic store. They sell their prayer robes and everything related to the Islamic culture and religion. And so I found them. I go there. My guy there is very, very much, hey, check this out. Hey, try this. Hey, smell this. So, and they've got the Latifahs, they've got the fragrance worlds. They've got even some stuff that is straight from Dubai that we haven't even put on the radar yet. I might have to see if I can get some things and kind of break those for you guys. But that's the gamble with some of these Latifahs, fragrance worlds, is the price is right, but you're right. Some of the stuff, like, what is it I have? I have the Rams Gold. No. Rams Silver, decent. Rams Gold, no. The 24 karat gold white gold by Latifah, no, doesn't work for me. The Jazzy Silver Intense, I've heard mixed on it. For me, it's too light. It doesn't flow well for me. So yeah. Yeah, see that Fragrance World Ghost, that Spectre Ghost, I thought it was just me, because I was like, it just isn't lasting like I would want it to. So I did get a decant of the Ani, so I'm definitely gonna check and compare as far as the how long it lasts, and make sure it's not just the notes and the things that are in it. And it could just be that that's how Fragrance World made it and it wasn't meant to last. I'll see how Ani does as far as theirs. Days of buying are for the most part done. Yeah. Sample everything. So if you buy, it's a total love for me. Don't buy 8s anymore. Minimum just be about a 9. Yeah, I think that there's you got to be intentional with this, man. There's so much stuff out there now. You got to be intentional. You can't just go crazy, right? Because even what I've done, like even the stuff that I've gotten some. I went through a spate of getting like a lot of the Banana Republics at Burlington just because they were easy to pick up. But I would go through Fraganica, look at reviews, I'd see what other people were saying to know. But I knew going in, this is what it was. I wasn't going in thinking this was my next masterpiece. I knew this was probably going to be a nice work fragrance, a nice pickup that was just going to work for, just throwing on. This wasn't going to be my next big buy, right? Yeah, as the collection grows, become more picky. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Like goes for people. Heard people say it doesn't last, but the bottle I have, I thought it was solid. Yeah, it's for me, it's just not lasting. Now, granted, I threw it on almost immediately after getting it and tried it for a couple of days after I got it. So I'm gonna let it macerate. I'm gonna let it go through a maceration process and see. Maybe that's it because I know for a fact maceration works. Um, I'll tell this story and then I'll let y'all go for the evening. I appreciate y'all hanging out. We've been here almost an hour, almost 2 hours. Um, but I purchased by Sterling, which is Armaf and Flavia. I had purchased Nouveau Amber, which is their take on Louis Vuitton's Ombre Nomad. I smelled it in the store, and this was at that store in San Antonio that I told y'all about. That if you're in San Antonio, go check out some of this perfumes. It's at like the Eisenhower flea market. They got some of everything. But I smelled it there as far as the tester. I was like, okay, this is spot on as far as it's, or not spot on, but it's really close as far as its take on Ombre Nomad. I was like, yeah, that fits the scent profile that I want. Picked it up, got home. My wife and I sat here. We did one of my early videos. We did an unboxing of it, opened it up, sprayed it. What in the heck was it? It was not smelling at all like it should have smelled. But I put it on the shelf, let it sit there for a good 3 months, and it fully macerated. It's turned into a nice scent. I'm probably still going to go ahead and give it up because I got something else that fits that scent profile a little better for me. But it's possible that Spectre Ghost might just need to macerate at least my bottle, just because it's not lasting the way I would think or want it to. Yeah, maceration's a very real thing with some of this stuff, right? Because if I'm honest, as much as I love Cedroc Bois, my Cedroc Bois got better. My Cedroc Bois got better as it went along. So that's why some of the stuff that I've just gotten, I'm excited for it. If it's this good right now, Black Gold, it'll get even better as we go along. All right. Central Obsessions, great long lasting remixes. Okay. Might have checked them out too. All right. Listen, I appreciate y'all again. Y'all have been amazing. I didn't think that less than 6 months ago that we would get to this point where I would build this, especially this is something that I've just kind of jumped into and starting to love and starting to get a real passion for. And you guys came along and hit over 1,000 subscribers. Appreciate it. Definitely keep an eye out. I think when we get around either 1,500 or 2,000, I'm gonna do another. I'm getting more into the live stream, so I'll be doing lives. I'll try and figure out maybe Tuesdays to the best night. I don't know. I'll figure that out. But I'll definitely keep an eye out because I'll definitely be wanting to do a giveaway, give back to the community. Again, appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night. Sally, appreciate you stopping through. Blaine, Outlaw, Gage, everybody that's been through. Jay, all of y'all that have been through, keeping this conversation going and everything. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great evening. As always, stay safe, stay sane, and stay smelling good. We'll see y'all next time. Be blessed, man.